Hello, amazing teachers. So, we are in April and schools are officially closing. Some have already closed. And I know that for some of you, you're thinking that finally, yay, it's time to breathe. For some of you, it's time to sleep. And I know the interesting part is you have to sleep without setting an alarm. Maybe for some of you, it's the joy of having to enjoy your cup of tea while it's still hot, because I understand that when school is on, tea is brought to you, and because you're dealing with this learner and that learner and marking some books, sometimes your cup of tea goes cold. Sometimes you don't even have the time to take that tea. So holiday is a wonderful time to enjoy your tea and to have some good break from all the hassles of school. Welcome to this episode of Teachers Lounge. I am your host, Doreen Lusega. You're welcome. Teachers Lounge is your space where you can relax, you can connect with other teachers, and you can learn a bit of 1, 2, 3 things. This episode is all about you, and today we are talking about reflecting on the term. We are recharging over the break, and we are igniting your passion for teaching. It is said that teaching is a calling, and I know that yes, even teachers need a break. So find a comfortable spot. Dear teachers, grab your favorite drink, perhaps your cup of tea, perhaps your mug of coffee, and let's dive in. Looking back, wins, laughs, and lessons. So dear teachers, before we fully switch into holiday mode, I want us to take a moment to reflect. What went well this term? It's been a long term, a whole 3 months from January to April. It's been really long. You have gone through a lot, you have done a lot, and we just want to reflect on what do you feel went well for you this time as a teacher. For some of you, it may be, that you were able to, finally crack a code on keeping your class engaged. For some of you, it was keeping your class well managed, well organized. For some of you, perhaps you had that one learner who, has been struggling with their math or with their language. But at the end of the term, they've just ended up surprising everyone. So every small or big win actually counts. I want us to be real at this moment. There are also those moments that tested your patience, right? For example, there's that one kid who always forgets their homework, but apparently they never forget their snack time. Or there's that classic learner who says, "Teacher, I forgot my textbook at home. Teacher, I forgot my pencil. Teacher, I forgot this and that. Teacher, I didn't do this. Teacher, that." I mean, they all have excuses, and your patience was tested. But I know that through all of that, you've learned one lesson, that patience is a virtue. But you also need to learn that knowing when to take deep breaths and pretend you didn't hear that last ridiculous excuse is very important. Teacher Self-Care, the Holiday Survival Guide. Now I want us to talk about you. Teachers are professionals at telling others to take care of themselves, but apparently they're the worst at following that advice, So here's a challenge for you this holiday. I want you to put yourself first. There are 3 things I want to talk about that can help you as a teacher to really help you put yourself first. Number 1, I don't know what you're thinking about, but for most of you, because I've heard most of you teachers talk about it, and you're like, finally, it's holiday, I get to sleep. Yep, I know. It's really, exciting that it's holiday time and you can get to sleep. Like I started off when we began the podcast, and I said, I know for some of you, and actually most of you, it's that time of the year when you get to sleep without having to set an alarm. So yeah, this holiday, please sleep. You have survived a whole term, a whole 3 months of early mornings and late nights. Some of you have been on duty and you had to get off your bed when it was really raining and you really just wanted to, curl yourself in bed, but you had to pull yourself out of bed and go to school very early in the morning. Some of you are in boarding schools and, it's like your whole day you're on duty. The whole time you're on duty. You have survived that. So this holiday, if your body asks you for 10 hours of sleep, just let it. Sleep. Sleep like your whole life depends on it. Sleep like you're paid to sleep. Let your body rest. Number 2, do something you actually enjoy. Whether it's reading a book please, during this holiday, don't read those textbooks. Well, sorry, I know you have to do schemes of work and perhaps do a few lesson plans here and there, but I want you to read a book that you would enjoy, a storybook, a novel, a play, just some comic book, something to not really, class related, not really school related, something for your enjoyment. Perhaps you can watch a show. You can go to the National Theatre. Some of you, like myself, will just visit the local, school playground and watch that local football match. Myself, I like saying that I love my local team, which is called Shisokoro. Shisokoro is a maize crop, by the way, for your information. So you can watch a show. You can watch a football match in your neighborhood. You can travel if your wallet allows. You can travel to some place and just have fun. Bottom line is, do something you will really enjoy without putting pressure on yourself, without thinking about school, without thinking about books again. Number 3, set boundaries. Remember, this is a holiday. It's a break for you. So if your phone rings and someone is asking you, please help me with schemes of work, please help me with lesson plans, just feel free to hit the ignore button. It's your time to rest. It's your time to relax. Set healthy boundaries around yourself. Because self-care is not being selfish. It's how you recharge so that you don't start next time feeling like that overworked printer that's about to jam. Let's talk about learning without the pressure. So now, I know some of you can't sit still for long because anyway, during school, you're always up and about. You're almost always on your feet. You're moving from one class to the other. You are playing with your learners on the playground. So you can't sit still for long because that's almost your whole life. So even on holiday, your brain is almost buzzing all the time. Your brain is always thinking about what is it I should be doing? What is it I want to do next? But if you want to learn something this holiday, please do it for fun. Just do it for fun. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself in the name of learning. Yes, we want you to learn something. We want you to build yourself as a professional. We want you to, learn a new skill. Perhaps build up something new, but don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Perhaps you can listen to an inspiring podcast like this one, the Teacher's Launch. This podcast is obviously inspiring. You could also watch TED Talks on topics that have nothing to do with school. Just those funny topics, those funny stories you can listen to. But out of them, you can learn something. You could pick up a hobby, like try painting, try drawing, try cooking, learn a new recipe, try learning some new dance, pick up a hobby. Go learn swimming. Learn the skill of swimming. Read a book that does not require red pen for marking. As teachers, you're used to red pen all the time. So try and read a book that doesn't require that red pen. I will say that learning should feel like an adventure, not an extension of work. So if it starts feeling like work, just drop it and go back to enjoying your break, right? Let's talk about reigniting your passion. This is very important. Why do we keep showing up? As much as we get tired, as much as we get frustrated, as much as sometimes you just feel like, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to wake up and go to school again. I'm just tired. But you keep showing up. Why? Because there are moments that make it all worth it. There are those light bulb moments when a struggling learner finally gets it, they've been having a problem differentiating between 2 and 5, and now they got it. That's a light bulb moment. You're like, finally they got it. That really motivates you. That really encourages you. Like, all my effort is not going in vain, but I can see impact. I can see change. I can see transformation in my learners. So always look out for those light bulb moments. Look out for those aha moments. Look out for those points at which you feel like I'm doing something, and hang on to them so that you get encouragement, you get motivation from them to do this again and again, knowing that you're not just doing this for you, but you're transforming lives out there. There are those moments when you have your learners, just say, thank you, teacher, for doing this. I have seen a couple of friends post some notes that their learners wrote for them, or some drawings that their learners did, just saying, thank you, teacher, you've been the best teacher. You have made me who I am today. You have helped me build my confidence. You've helped me build my self-esteem. You've helped me learn ABCD. And those are things that you can really hold on to. Those random moments, those random notes, those random drawings by your learners, hold on to them, because it shows that you are doing something really great. I know that teaching is not easy, but it's very meaningful. So as you rest, I want you to remind yourself why you started. Why did you join teaching? For most of you, it will be you wanted to change a life, you wanted to transform a learner, and so remind yourself of that. So when the holiday will be over finally and the new term begins, don't just return as the same teacher as you're leaving school now. Come back stronger, come back happier, come back ready to inspire more. Right? Okay, so I want us to do a final segment, which is a fun segment. And today, for this fun segment, I want us to think about, those things that we do, maybe unconsciously or subconsciously. We do them without really knowing, like those things that you do and someone is like, this is a teacher. So I will call them the list of you're a teacher when. Tarantara. Number 1 on my list, you're a teacher when you accidentally say, sit down properly to grown-up adults in public, Because you're so used to telling your learners, sit down properly. So you find yourself telling adults, sit down properly. That's a sign you're a teacher. Number 2 on my list, you're a teacher when you clap in a rhythm to get the attention of the people around you, even at home. The way you clap 1, 2 to get your learner's attention? You find yourself doing that even at home, right? You are a teacher. Number 3, you carry a red pen everywhere, even when you don't need it. You're going to church, you have your red pen. You're going to the market, you're with your red pen. You're going to, you're just having a fun event, you have your red pen. You are a teacher. You are a teacher, yes. Number 4, you say, are we together, or am I clear during your normal conversations? The other day, someone was telling me the wife is a teacher. So in the house, the lady just finds herself talking to her husband and she's like, are we together, dear? Am I clear? And I saw this on social media, someone saying that teachers will even be telling their husbands, I love you, dear. Are we together? I love you, dear. Am I clear? I love you, dear. Do you understand? Okay. That's a teacher. That's a teacher. Have you ever found yourself doing that? If you have found yourself doing 3 or 4 of that, you are truly a teacher. And I would like to hear more of those, statements, those things that you do subconsciously or unconsciously without knowing that, that's what you do on a daily basis as a teacher. So if you have more of them, please send them my way. If you have more of them, send them my way. I'd love to read them in the next episode. We would also love to host you on our show. Maybe you have an inspiring teacher experience you want to share, especially for some of you teachers who are retirees or almost retiring. You've been in the teaching profession for quite a number of years, and through your teaching journey, you have gathered some wisdom that you would like to share with your colleagues, some tips that can help your colleagues, especially those who are just starting off in their teaching profession. Or maybe just some funny teacher moments, those moments you have been through in class. Please let us know. We would like to hear them. We would like to share them and just share a laugh on this show. We are happy to have you share your experiences, share your wisdom, share your tips with colleagues. And not only about the teaching profession, but so many things surrounding us as teachers. If you would like to be part of this show, we are happy to have you, because definitely this show is for teachers and by teachers. It's meant to grow us as teachers as we carry out our mandate in raising the young minds. So please write to us through the contacts provided below here. We will reach out to you and we will definitely have you on the show so that we can share a lot. So dear teachers, I want you to enjoy your break. You've earned every minute of it. And if anyone asks what you're doing over the holidays, just tell them I am resting, I am recharging and minding my own business. I'd love to hear how you're spending your holiday. Drop a comment, share your best teacher moments, or just say hi to us. Until next time, stay rested, stay happy, stay hydrated, and most importantly, enjoy your tea or your coffee while it's still hot. And by the way, it is rainy season, so please keep warm. See you next week on our next episode. Be sure to reconnect. Bye.